Wes Lee here, and welcome to the Mesonet Weather Report. A common question I get is whether climate change is having an impact on our total rainfall amounts. To answer that, let's look at the data. The latest version of NOAA's Climate Impact Report included this map. It shows how rainfall over the past 30 years compares to rainfall in the early 1900s. Indicating a 5 to 15% increase in total precipitation in the east and a similar reduction in the west. For Oklahoma specifically, we can look at this rainfall graph over time. It shows 5-year weighted tendencies along with the year's average total rainfall. I have broken down the higher than normal years versus the lower than normal years on this table. Since 1980, the state has been drier 32% and wetter 68% of the time. Also shown are the west and east sides of the state. We see a higher percentage of dry years in the west versus the east, but still more wet than dry years. For the 44 years before 1980, it is pretty much the opposite. More dry years, 59%, versus wet years, 41%. Gary is up next with the latest version of the drought map.
Thanks, Wes, and good morning, everyone. Well, we do have some changes on the drought monitor map. We remained mostly steady last week, but unfortunately, those changes aren't good. Let's get right to the new map. As you can see, we do have more of those brown colors down across southwestern Oklahoma. A little bit of an increase over in east central and southeast Oklahoma in those yellow colors, the abnormally dry conditions. As always, those yellow colors mean areas coming into or going out of drought. In this case, unfortunately, it's going into drought. So, as I said, we've gotten a gift from those temperatures. If you look at this statewide average high temperature map from the Oklahoma Mesonet, starting on June 1st all the way through the end of July, we do see much of July below normal in temperature and greatly below normal in temperature. In some cases, less than 10 degrees below normal. So when we look at that over the long term, we do see much of the summer, however, has been above normal in temperature. That's when we had those flash drought worries. Like I said, the rainfall certainly helped as well. The temperature goes hand in hand with those rainfall deficits. But when we do have above normal precipitation, that can certainly take care of drought. Over the last 30 days, we see scattered good amounts of rainfall, 3 to 4 to 5 inches, especially down in southeast Oklahoma. When we look at that on the percent of normal rainfall map from the last 30 days, that same time frame, then we can see the generous rainfalls up across northwestern and west central Oklahoma, a little bit down into southwestern and in southeastern Oklahoma. It's fairly scattered, but we also see those deficits, in some cases less than 30% of normal, all the way down to 15% of normal. That's it for this time. We'll see you next time on the Mesonet Weather Report.